just in case you want to know how the chickens were. They're great.
I'll give you one guess what I'm on the way to. Shit, you're right. I'm on the way to work. One restaurant I work at, I wear white shirts. The other restaurant I work at, I wear black shirts. I wish someone could explain to me on Facebook why you decide to comment on just randomly posted things that are like news stories or that are commented on by thousands of people. Like, you're not just screaming into the wind. Like, you feel that you typing these words really matters. Like, someone's really gonna comb through all those comments and really kind of like be moved by something you say. Social media has destroyed the art of conversation. People are so close-minded, and they surround themselves with people like themselves, and they read things posted in agreement by people who are like themselves. People just post rants because it's how they feel, and then people reply in form of rant. And nobody's really moved or open to believe that maybe they're not right, or maybe there's more than one side to a story. I guess I don't understand it. I think it's beautiful that everybody's walk of life shapes the way they feel about things, what they are open to and what they're not open to. And I think that it's acceptable that I'm aware of the reasons that I believe the things that I believe. But I'm also aware that not everybody is brought up the way I'm brought up. They live with the disposition that I live with, etc., etc. So I'm open-minded to perceive somebody else's point of view, and I think that that's so important and so relevant. I'm afraid for society in the next, 5 or 10 years if we keep living like that and just keep closing ourselves off to the possibility that we're not always right. I mean, that's a very real thing. There's a mathematic impossibility that somebody could be correct every time, all the time. So, I mean, a little bit of humbleness and, trepidation is necessary. I'm interested to see how this footage comes out. And it's dark out, and I think that often I don't shoot on my way home from my jobs waiting tables because I worry about the quality of the video. Here I'm worried about the angle of the video. And the bank said, let there be blue minutes. I also don't really enjoy going into the banks and dealing with people and waiting and I don't know. So it's Saturday morning. I work at the restaurant tonight. White shirt restaurant. You'll see that later. Last we left, the CRV was still on the lip in pieces. Still currently is. So I'm going to pick up the parts for it now so I can put it back together tomorrow night. And again, the brake parts I received were actually incorrect. Part number was right, but the parts in the box were correct, so it happens. So I'll take those back and do it all in one shot. I'll try and make it. Just gotta reset. It helps that I have a mount in that car off the windshield, so my camera's up here as opposed to down here where this one is. I'm shooting everything with my phone. There are some clips I shoot with my Sony HDR XR500. The lens on that is not fantastic. It's not a wide angle lens. And the wide angle lens that I have for it, I feel degrades the quality of the video. something I just thought of that I want to say. I got a good buddy. His name is Dave. I don't exactly remember how or why. I have a certain ability for nicknames, I think. If I don't give you a nickname, you don't deserve it. Number one. Number two, if I give you a nickname, it's not the same dumb thing that everyone else calls you because your name fits somewhere in the popular culture somewhere. Don't like it like that. My buddy Dave, for some reason his nickname is Mad Money. Mad Money now lives in Virginia. Oh, got him! Got him! Ah! Anyway. Oh, me and pop culture, we have a sordid relationship. Mad Money now lives in Virginia. I miss his face. We try and keep in touch. Life gets in the way, but we definitely try and keep in touch. And I just received a picture from him. We met waiting tables at the other restaurant. And you spend a lot of time at work. I'm going to get off topic a little bit here. But you spend a lot of hours with your coworkers. I mean, 40 hours a week is pretty much the equivalent, sometimes even more than the amount of hours that you're home to spend with your family. And you may not socialize with those people outside of work, but your relationships and your dependencies on each other are strong, more than you'd believe. And those are the people that really rally behind you when things in your life get all kinds of out of whack. And I know that, and I say that, and I will back that statement to my death, because I have had some wonderful relationships with coworkers, and they have done some amazing things for my family and I in my life, as I have tried to do for people as well. I think that's important. It's important that we're good people, not that we just kind of get by. Gotta be good to each other. Anyway, Mad Money and I have become pretty good friends over the years. You may have seen clips of the rock wall in my basement. I actually built Mad Money a rock wall also in his apartment. And when he moved, he did not want to take it with him. He kept all his holds and stuff and hardware, but he did donate the wood to me to expand on my wall. That's why you see it progress. I've always had a ceiling edition where it was up in the ceiling, but I took the rest of his and cut it into sections so I could have the staggered that I have now, so it goes all the way from one side to the other. So thank you, Mad Money. Shout out to Mad Money. And as we have met in restaurants, there are certain physical attributes that you kind of never get rid of. Like, at the other restaurant, we carry very large trays. One restaurant, we don't use trays for food whatsoever. We hand jockey everything out. At this restaurant, we use very large trays, so you always carry them up and over here. And tough guys will use just their fingertips, not the palm of their hand. Tough guy, by the way. So I received a picture from Mad Money carrying said item, talking about restaurant skills. So I'm going to display that image, whether he wants me to or not. Shout out to Mad Money. And his reaction will be priceless.
Looks like a storm's come through.
Got it?
I love it. I love it.